Assalamu alaikum students, let's have a quick recap class of binomial distribution, right? First of all, you need to remember that any variable which is following a binomial distribution must have a two parameters, n and p. What I mean by parameters, that you can solve any question if in the question you find these two information, the total number of trials and the probability of success. So the point is, whenever you see a question having a discrete variable in it, then just try to find out these two information, that where is n and where is p, and then rest you can solve it by using the formula for the binomial, which is known as PDF, as ncx px qn minus x, right? So if I have n and p value, then these two values I can plug in over here. Q has a relation with P, and what is that relation? That the sum of P and Q is 1. So obviously for Q, if I subtract P from 1, I can have Q value, and X is all depending on the question asked, right? So this is the basically formula for the binomial. The other thing you need to know is how to find, if the variables are following a binomial distribution, then how can you find out its mean, which is written as expected value of x. So if you read the word expected, then that means we are asking about the mean. So expected value of um, mean is np, and similarly for the variance, the formula is going to be npq. Now you have a very clear idea that standard deviation has a what relation with variance. Just by taking the under root of variance, I can have the standard deviation. So if I need to find the standard deviation, I will do the under root of npq, right? So these are the basic formulas. Let's have a quick look at few questions which can clear your concept. The first question is, a bag contains counters of 40% are red and the rest yellow. So from here, what result I can deduce, that there is a bag in which there are, if I am taking P, the probability of success, as a red counters, then this is going to be 0.4, because 40% means 0.4. And obviously if P is there, so from here the Q is, in this case, is yellow, and that is going to be 0.6, because the sum should be equal to 1, right? Because it's written over here that the rest are yellow. A counter is taken from the bag, its color noted, and then replaced. See, if it's a binomial distribution, then it should be replaced back. The reason behind is that in a binomial distribution, the P never changes in every next trial, right? So its color is noted and then it is put back. This work is performed n times, 8 times. So n is 8. Calculate the probability of exactly 3 will be red. So that means I want probability of x is equals to 3. At least 1 will be red. This is probability of red. At least 1 red means it should be 1 or more than 1 red. And here it's for the yellow. All right, so when I'm talking about the yellow, then remember the P and Q values are going to change, but what they are asking over here, more than 4. Okay, more than 4 will be yellow. In discrete distribution, remember the 4 keywords are that they can ask you something more, less, at least, at most. So if they are saying more than something, let's say if I say more than 3, so that is simply this thing. Less than 3 is this. In both the case, 3 is not included. At least 3 means more than equal to 3. At most 3 means less than equal to 3. So in at least and at most, equal is included, but more than or less than equal is not included. All right, so this other thing you need to remember. Let's do all the parts one by one. So I begin with um, first part, that exactly 3 will be read. We have just gone through the formula that the discrete distribution is defined as this formula, right? I will use this one over here. So exactly 3 will be read. So this turns to ncx. What is n over here in my formula? 8. ncx, x in this case I said to you, x depending on the question, right? X is 3 here. ncx p. Now p is a probability of having a red ball, red counters. So p over here is 0.4 ncx. So px. Q is 0.6 q n minus x. Plug in all this value in the calculator and get the answer. You are not needed to write the value of 8c3, then 0.4 power 3, 0.6 power 3. You just write everything in the calculator and just get the answer for this thing. So its answer is 0.279. all right, so this is your answer for this is the probability for having a exactly 3 counters. This is part A. Now let's move to part B. Part B says that x is greater than equal to 1. So greater than equal to 1 means 1 till the end point 8. So probability of x greater than equal to 1 is same as if I find the probability equal to 1 plus probability equal to 2 plus so on, probability equals to 8. That is a very tedious work. Not wrong, you can do it in that way, but the long way. So what is the short way? That this is same as if I do 1 minus probability of x. This is greater than equal now. So you just write less than 1. Okay. So that is convenient. How? You just need to do 1 minus probability of x less than 1. Less than 1 means I am talking about what value is less than 1? Just 0. So just find the answer on this thing. 1 minus for that thing again ncx. ncx, x is 0. p x q n minus x, 8 minus 0, right? So that will 1 minus, put this in calculator, you will have 0 0.016 0.0 1 minute 0.01696 and the final answer will be 0.98321. okay, so this is your final answer. Now the last part, C part. For C part, what's the difference here? He is talking about the yellow counters. For yellow counters, now my interesting element is yellow, so P is for yellow. So remember, just check in the question. The information for P is that the rest are yellow. So 60%. Rest means 60% because 40% were red. So yellows are 60%. So now P turns to 0.6 and Q is now 0.4. Alright. So this changes because of this counter. Our interesting variable also changes, right? And same goes over here. For probability of x greater than 4 means I need to find out probability of x greater than 4 is same as I find the probability of x equals to 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. It will go till the last value. So for this thing it will be like 8c5 ncx, p is 0.6 ncx 0.6 to the power x. This number will come on the top of p, not q. 0.4, 8 minus 5. This is for the first one. Then plus sign, same I will write with for 6. So in the calculator just need to change these values. So that will be 8c6 px and q, you can write the bracket here if you want, q n minus 6 and so on, right? So when you sum up all these values, your answer will come as 0.59 399. Please do check it in the calculator and see is this the same answer you are getting, right? Okay, then take the one more question, because I try to cover all such questions, two or three such questions which cover the whole topic. All right, now the second question. Now the second question is, the random variable x is this, find so on. So if this is binomial, so this is your n value, this is your p value. Find probability of x equals to 6, x equals to 4, and this. So this is now simple. Use what you need to do over here. Just put the value 6c6 ncx p x, this is your x, and 0.42, I'm sorry, it's 0.42, and q is now what? Q is going to be your 1 minus q, which is 1 minus 0.42, so that is 0.58, right? So yes, 0.58 to the power 6 minus 6, 0. Again, put everything in the calculator and get the answer, right? Same goes over here, and this is again, now it's easy for you. What you need to do over here, just do is equals to 0 plus probability of x equals to 1 plus probability of x equals to 2. Okay, so in that way you can get all the answers. Okay, now the last one. Okay, there are two more questions. Number 3 is, 10% of the articles from a certain production lines are defective. So 10% are defective. So if I take P as a defective element, then its 10% means 0.5, and Q is now going to be not defective, all right, and that is 0.9. Total articles are 25, so here n is 25. Find the expected number and of defective and standard deviation. So I need to find out, first thing is expected number means the average, which is NP, and the other thing I need to find out the standard deviation. So the best is first I find the variance and then I will take the under root. Okay, so this is NPQ. Now I have N, P and Q all, so it's quite easy question. You just need to put N as 25, P as 0.1, solve it, you will have the answer, right? So this is 2.5, 2.5, okay, and over here it's going to be 25 into 0.1 into 0.9. Simplify it, you have 2.25, and since I need to find the standard deviation, so just take the under root of this 2.25 under root, this will give you 1.5. okay, and the last question is, because I am trying to cover all the concept which can be asked during exam or similar questions can be asked. So here n is this and p is this, so n is not known and p is known. Expected value given to you. So what we have learned, what is the formula for the expected is NP, right? So if expected value formula is NP and it is known that it is 2.4, so I can take this thing, NP is equals to 2.4. Do I have N? No. Do I have P? Yes. 0.3, so just N remain N and P comes as 0.3. Plug in over here, simplify for N, you get N as 8. Once you have N and you already have P, now the rest of the thing you can find out whatever they ask you. Like they have asked to find a standard deviation. For that, again, NPQ under root is your standard deviation. So N is 8, P is 0.3, and Q is what? 1 minus 0.3, which is 0.7. Put it in the calculator, under root it, and you will get the final answer, right? Whatever it is, I guess it's 1.2296. So that is your answer. I hope the all main concepts are clear.